everyone, we're going to find the values of x when f of x equals f of negative x, and f of x satisfies f of x plus 2f of 1 divided by x equals 6x. Now, the way to proceed with these kind of problems is, since we're looking for f of x equals f of negative x, I want to write everything in terms of f of x. And there's a trick to do that because I want to just set up a system of equations where I can eliminate the 1 divided by x. And the way to do that for this problem is we can let x equal a, and then that would give us f of a plus 2f of 1 divided by a equals 6a. And then you look at this one and let x equal 1 divided by a. And that way you'll get f of 1 divided by a plus 2 times f of 1 divided by 1 divided by a is just a equals 6 divided by a. Now I'm going to call this equation 1 and this equation 2. And what we're going to do is add a 1 plus 2. So when we add these two up, so I'll put a plus sign here. Basically, let's add these two first. These are alike. So when you add those, you get 3 of those. So 3f of a plus, and then we're going to add these two. They're kind of flip-flopped here. So we get 3f of 1 divided by a. And then for this piece, we're going to get 6a plus 6 divided by a. Now this one here, let's get the common denominator. This is going to be 6a squared plus 6 divided by a. All right, now let's simplify this because we have a lot of 3's going on here. So if I multiply everything through by 1/3, this is going to give me f of a plus f of 1 divided by a equals, and when you multiply by through by 1/3, the 3 goes there. So that's going to give you negative 2a squared plus 2 divided by a. I'm going to call this equation 3. All right, from there, I can now solve by subtracting 3 from 2. So I'm going to take 2 and subtract 3. And I'll show you what I mean. So you take 2. I'm going to go ahead and write this one first. So you're going to have 2f of a plus f of 1 divided by a equals 6 divided by a. And we're going to subtract number 3, which is f of a plus f of 1 divided by a equals 2a squared plus 2 divided by a. Now what happens is when you're subtracting this, and I put this in parentheses, this is going to give you just f of a. These two will cancel, which was our goal. And this is going to give you, let's see, 6. They have the same common denominator. So this is going to be 6 minus 2a squared minus 2 divided by a, which equals negative 2a squared plus 4 divided by a. And if you want, we can simplify this as f of a equals negative 2a plus 4 divided by a. Now I'm going to substitute back in, because my x equals a, substitute back in my x. So that means I have f of x equals negative 2x plus 4x. Now we're almost done. It's saying that f of x equals f of negative x. So let's look at f of negative x. f of negative x, when I substitute that in, this is going to give you, let's see, 2x minus 4 divided by x. All right. Now it says they equal each other, so set them equal to each other. So we're going to have negative 2x plus 4 divided by x equals 2x minus 4 divided by x. This is going to give you 4x if I add 2x to both sides. So we're going to have 4x equals, and when you add these two together, you're going to get 8 divided by x. So they have the same common denominator. So we can multiply through by 1/4, and that's going to give you x equals 2 divided by x. You cross multiply, you get x squared equals 2. Therefore, when you square root both sides of the equation, you're going to get x equals square root of 2, or x equals negative square root of 2. And that is the values of x. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.